Hello everybody, how you guys doing? Torturing myself by picking Mercury once again. Still not over him. No matter how many times he upsets me, and I vow to never play him again, I always come back. Like audiences to a new Sonic game. Other than Mania. Both can take a beating here, but she is going to take significantly less.
First blood.
Oh shit! I thought when I heard first blood, I legitimately thought that I died there, but she did. That's right, baby. The creeps were there with the hot assist. Actually, they claimed the kill. I was the assist. Shout outs to the creeps with the carry. Starting off the game right. Mercury can certainly put up a good fight, and you might even be able to just close out games early on if he gets a good snowball going. He's one of those gods that really relies on the snowball, though, he doesn't do much without it. Maybe if somebody is like silly enough to give him really safe passage to late game. Not even late game, but the latest of late game. Oh god. Jesus. Hell's damage is no joke, man. Probably not worth it this distance with my health. Ow. At range. She's almost out of mana. Ow. Jeez. Yeah, Hell's a contender, man. She is so crazy. She puts up such a strong fight. From out of nowhere, she'll start hitting you with crazy as shit. Chunking you. You don't expect it, but she does. She chunks so hard. All she's got is the Mage's Blessing build here.
No more pulling punches.
I'm going to start off going straight into Pestilence.
Get ready.
I wish that Merc's ult was like just a little bit different. The way it used to work back in the old days was hype. How did it? Wait, I kind of forget. All I remember was that it was much better than this. I think it was that you didn't have to wait for the line to like load up. But then how did you control how far it went? I don't remember for some reason. Maybe it just charged a lot faster. It's funny I can't remember because I used to just spam Merc. I played so much. But yeah, Hell is definitely very strong. She's a lot better than Mercury is. I would not be surprised to see her come back in this game if we gave her any room to. Yeah, at the time when they changed his ult, he was incredibly strong. And now he's just been so weak ever since the Golden Ball removal. In Duel, at least. Conquest, he kind of like goes back and forth, it seems like. Depending on how reliable crit is. God damn it. He's not gonna see this coming. Ah! You have got him with a nice one punch, baby. Around the corner. He didn't realize I had the shell was the thing. I figured that he'd try to fight there. As long as he underestimated the fact that I had that shell up my sleeve. Shell comes in so clutch, man. It's such a crazy good active. That's the thing that it has over Bracer. Bracer you see coming because they have to use it within a time frame after you've taken a lot of damage. Shell, you can just pull it out at any time. Yeah, let's go straight for Pestilence. This will give us a really great snowball potential because we'll be limiting her her healing while being quite a bit tanky. Oh, my, okay, sometimes you just scare the beads out of people anyway, which is great. Yeah, see, she can't do enough damage to us right now. Nice juke.
Killing.
And it's looking like a Merc game. Just have to be really careful with the way that you snowball with him. So if you get, 2 out of hand, any of these, kill opportunities that we've taken, Hell could have turned it around. She almost did. But you gotta really have your wits about you with him. Make sure you have it, as calculated as possible. Can't just rush in head first. I'm just gonna go straight for Hasten's first here. Hasten's such a good item in general, and it works incredibly well on Mercury because it gives him, that passive power increase. If Merc was a good god and Katana was around, man, his potential would be crazy.
Peekaboo.
So Hell's gotta be really careful at this stage in the game because, anytime she peeks her head out, she could die. She hasn't done too much wrong, other than just like slight mispositioning. Beadsing my ult when it didn't hit her, that was really rough. It was so close that she really thought that it hit. I could definitely understand using it in a circumstance like that, but you might as well, wait for the hit confirm before beadsing in that position. Because he, generally, Merc has some lag afterward where he can't use a move immediately afterward anyway, so you might as well always wait for the hit confirm before you beads Merc's ult. Because it's not like he's immediately going to be on you. Generally, he ults a little bit past you. Even if he ults right on you, he's a little bit of time he gets to like turn around. At the very least. I guess I'll go Shield of Thorns. Hell's not really a type of god that you can like predict all of her abilities, and they don't like sit out there and last like Anubis or Poseidon abilities, but she has to basically what Shield of Thorns allows you to do is just run at someone with them not being able to damage you back, and that's really strong whether they decide to attack into it or not, because if they're not, then you're just not getting any damage done onto you. You can dive towers with it, you can do whatever.
Peekaboo.
I wouldn't go Solari Boots on him because I feel like he needs a better like power spike. Notice I'm not going Devo with him. That's because I like the snowball build with him, and I feel like he really, he really thrives off that, and in most positions he needs that. But I will go Devo after the stone cutting here, because Devo doesn't help you, solidify your snowball. Whoa! How the fuck did I catch you? Did not expect you. Yeah, Devo helps set up for a better late game, which is great, but if you don't have the potential to get to that late game, then it's moot. And against Hell, you need to get the snowball started. You're not going to be able to finish it. You're not going to be able to end the game before she comes online in most instances because of her sustain. But you will be able to hopefully give yourself enough of a lead like I have here that going into the late game, you're big enough that you can just take it down. So I'll start going the Devo gloves now and hope that, I've paved enough of the way to lead us to a win here in the late. I'm gonna go try to either bait this or take this. I think Merc's passive doesn't make up for that much power when you go Talaria. The percentage of movement speed to power is a lot lower than most people think. I forget what the exact what it translates into. It's 0.1% of physical power bonus is next attack, blah blah blah, and then it's 25% movement speed is translated into physical power, so only 25%. So on a very low power item like Talaria, or low, sorry, just no power item like Talaria, and just relying on the movement speed, you only get, I'm not sure what the calculation is, you guys let me know. But I would assume that it's not great enough. I've done a lot of assumptions to formulate this theory, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't add up to be as much. And since I like that early game so much, I want to take like any hit there, especially to his clear, which is, you know, already so awful.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
The way things are going now, I mean, well, we might have a real opportunity to just end the game before he does come into this. I didn't think we would be able to, but I'm saying stone cutting is insane. Plus he's got his 2, which cleanses her slow, and that's really helpful when trying to chase somebody down like this. Let's see how much Hilaria gives, just so people that actually wanted to check that number. Hilaria gives 25% movement speed. What's 25% of 25%? I mean, 25% of 25. Well, it is 25%, alright, so. Anyway. What did I say I was going to give you? Double?
No more point punches.
Your middle tower is under attack.
4, right? It's got to be 4. Please tell me it's 4. It's not 4. It's 5. No. Listen, my percentages and, yeah. Percentages were never that good for me. It's always been a problem. My percentages and my, fractions. Oof. Fractions were a problem. It's 6.25, you guys. Alright, so how was I supposed to get that one? Now, I was pretty close on 5. I'll take 5. Honestly, that's probably the closest I could have ever imagined getting. Jen, my girlfriend, who is this brilliant mind, and oh my god, she just popped everything. Brilliant mind and a lawyer to, you know, soon to be a lawyer. She has no ability to do shorthand, like, at all, on anything. She cannot calculate anything. Like, 3 times 5. She will have to pause on quite considerably. Wow, she's not taking that much damage. We don't have any real pen yet, but it ended up being enough because we were able to stick to her, use her actives, and just take her down. And yet, Jen is able to do some crazy, like she was in, you know, advanced calculus back in high school, whereas I was in remedial math. Because math, like I said, is something I always severely struggled with. And actually, going into remedial math in college completely reworked math for me. I got so much better at it. I'm still terrible at it, but it was actually a great experience for me. So if anybody that's really bad at math and just like skipped out on math, I like legit wouldn't go to classes. I never did any of the math homework, anything. I just did not commit myself to math and only committed myself to English and, you know, a little bit of history. But I really loved English, and that was my thing. So yeah, I mean, if you missed out on everything, you know, it's not over. Honestly, remedial math is still, like, it depends who you get. Like, I got this really great teacher who was a young guy. He wanted to reshape the way we learned, and he was, you know, so ambitious to take on the world. And he did, man. He did a damn good job of it. Alright, I want some pen here. I'm just gonna go the small pen. I feel like I'm just gonna go this. We're just gonna stack up some small pen along the way. But yeah, I was like super AP English, but remedial math is a funny thing. Like I have a 4.0 in English in all my English classes, and then my math is remedial and a C in the required class that I finally got to take. But that was just always the way that I kind of chose to go about it. I never, you know, wanted to apply myself to math. I'm sure I could get to a decent, you know, like B range if I wanted to, but it's just not really for me. But I respect it. I definitely respect it. But it's just hilarious that Jen can't do any of it. She doesn't like when I talk about it. It's embarrassing. But it's, I don't know, it's weird. Some people are just like, you know, I guess right side of the brain, left side of the brain kind of thing. Which I'm sure there's some misconceptions about, by the way. I feel like that's way too general. You can't just be a left side or right side person, right? It doesn't make sense. It sounds too simple to be true. It makes sense, but it sounds a little bit too simplistic. But anyway, yeah. Jen sucks at math. Don't tell her I told you. But only easy math. She's good at equations and shit. And formulas and memorizing data, applying logic. Just can't find out what 3 times 5 is. It's just, she's trying to put up a defense here to stop us from getting into this Titan. And it's working quite well because Merc, you know, being the melee god, all he's got is this one. He can't really go in on it that well. But I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready to fight. We can even like kill her in the well right now because actually they just reduced the Toxic Blade healing or anti-heal. Now it only goes up to 40% from 60. So we only have 40% plus, what is it, 25. So we got 65%, whereas we used to have 85% of this item. Jen would not have been able to calculate that now. She wouldn't though, no, but without pause. Tremendous pause. She's brilliant though, I'm telling you, she's a genius. It's like, it's crazy. But anyway. So yeah, that's quite a difference. Yeah, it's a significant nerf to this item. The only thing about the item is that it now lasts longer, the anti-heal. But for Duel, that doesn't matter as much, in my opinion, as it does in Conquest. The overall anti-heal is what matters most. Because you're constantly applying it. You're sticking to that one target and applying it forever. If you're running them down with that item. Whereas in Conquest, you know, you might have to switch targets and shit, so it might even help to have a longer effect. But in this type of game mode, it's definitely a nerf. Still, the item is fantastic, I think, in general. It's got a lot. It's got the pen, it's got the movement speed that comes out of nowhere, it's got the health that comes out of nowhere, it's got attack speed. It's still incredibly strong. Plus 40% 40% anti-heal. I'm surprised that he went Gem of ISO while I have my 2. Doesn't seem to be the best choice here. Oh my god!
Get the
You're kidding me. If that one auto hit, I'm going to go for Titan's Bane here. She's got double defense, so it's the perfect item to pick up. She's not making this easy. Yeah, it's true. You know, I feel like it is a little underrated going Gem against Mercury because it is constant slow. It's not like you're going horrific. You're activating the slow, you know, through all of your abilities. So he's going to have to use his 2. And once that 2 is up, you know, that you're going to still be able to apply that Gem very easily. So definitely might still be viable because, you know, he has to stick to you. And he can't stick to you forever through that too. Eventually, the Gem of ISO is going to come in clutch and get him off of you. Yeah, this part is so frustrating. I'm actually trying to get into that Titan, deal some damage. I hate it. Do some damage to it, not much. Yeah, it was a little bit. Just go get the red. Yeah, not much Merc can do out of all the gods. Oh, I don't know why I just upgraded that. Undo. Nice. There's actually no reason to upgrade either of these. This is for lifesteal, which he has done. This is for auto attack, which he, you know, is not relevant. So, yeah. Might as well save up for a 3K bot. Phoenix is back up again, god damn it. I'm just gonna have to start throwing myself at that Titan. so many people ask me what to do at this stage, and there's really no answer, you know? It's just like, fuck. Hope that they misplay and that you find an opportunity to take them out. Try to do things like that, get their actives down, play it as well as you can, but if they play correctly in this position while you're somebody like Mercury who doesn't have a great time ending, you just can't do much. Trying to not hit her so that I don't proc Titan, but of course I end up hitting her.
Now you will know. I will protect you. Now you will know.
I'm so fast. Nice. We got a lot of damage there. That's what you got to end up doing. Like, that's the real advice. Is keep throwing yourself at the Titan, doing as much damage as you can without putting yourself in too much of harm's way. I know you like almost died there, completely, nearly almost died, but you got to keep doing shit like that and hoping that eventually, you know, you get the breakthrough that you needed. Nice.
I will protect you. Now you will know pain.
Alright, got beads.
I will protect you. Now you will know pain.
Oh, that didn't hit me.
I will protect you.
Oh my god.
Now you will.
Alright, she's gonna have a tough time clearing though. She might not even kill it in time. Ah, so close. Holy shit. She might not even kill them in time, I meant. Alright, I'm ending this shit. It's gone on long enough, am I right? Yeah, Frostbound could be very effective here, but she cleanses herself too, and then the ISO affects you, so it's kind of weird, but yeah, maybe ISO instead of Toxic Blade could work well here. Alright, I gotta do it. Let's always try to kill them first. If that doesn't work, we'll go straight for the Titan, you know? Okay, legit. Oh my god, if she hit that, she would have killed me, because her one Dark Stance would have been enough. Jesus. Okay, alright, alright. I guess I should have just gone straight for it. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do it. It must be done. Hey! Not much else you can do there, is Merc. You know, after 22 minutes of diving the Titan and diving the Phoenix endlessly, diving the well, or fountain, whatever you want to call it, you just gotta go for the end, no matter how it is done. I fully endorse backdooring in situations like that, where the opponent is, you know, just camping, and you are Merc. Hopefully he sees it the same way. I think a lot more people see it that way these days, because, you know, you got to use logic in these situations. It's different if you're like an Apollo who goes behind somebody's back and ults backdoor in that position against Hell, because you could have, you know, you should have just been able to straight out play. But with Merc, at that point, Hell getting to late game, actually doing damage despite being down 1-4, and yeah, just no reason to prolong that game and allow her to beat you for no reason. So, GG. Alright, nice. We did it, guys. We did it.